get our next slide pulled up here really quickly. We're going to transition a little bit through our programming here and dive into some of the Innovative ND Awards. We're going to be starting this morning with the Classroom Leadership Award. So over and across the state, working on the front lines in education in North Dakota, our teachers and instructional support professionals strive to provide our students with a world-class education. With an eye for innovation, integrating technology, and engaging students through opportunity, they are finding new and exciting ways to encourage curiosity and instill our youth with a lifelong love of learning. We will recognize the finalists for Classroom Leadership, and then the governor will announce the 2019 Innovative ND Award recipient for Classroom Leadership.
And we're so innovative that we don't even have an envelope.
That's right.
Have to turn this
We're just going to flip it around.
Turn this around.
Yeah. So for some finalists have been able to join us here today. When you hear your name called, please stand up and be recognized. We'll ask that we hold applause until the winner is announced, in which we will recognize both the finalists and the winner. So our first Classroom Award finalist is an individual who's embraced technology in the classroom, opening up a world of possibility for her students. From building robots to rewriting and reenacting Humpty Dumpty to help her students create and share worlds in virtual reality, she engages students in a what if and guides them as they explore new and innovative ways to solve their problems or demonstrate their knowledge. Please stand and be recognized, Julia Warner of Fargo Public Schools. Now let's clap for her. Our next finalist has harnessed the power of nature and the environment to engage students in real-world education. By taking learning out of the classroom, she and her team of fellow teachers show their students a true sense of adventure and appreciation for the great outdoors at Sully's Hill National Game Preserve. Please stand and be recognized, Marie Snyder of the Devils Lake Public School System. Our next finalist is a first-year kindergarten teacher who's embraced cultural challenges to create opportunities for her students. Incorporating culture and art into everyday projects, she has helped her students build their confidence in themselves by highlighting their strengths and has planted the seeds for a lifetime of learning in a multilingual class of our very youngest learners. Please stand and be recognized, Stephanie Yellowhammer of Cannonball Elementary. Thank you. Our last finalist in this category instills the importance of community involvement for her students as she readies their minds and hearts for 21st century leadership. From running the school's recycling program to giving back to the local community through a variety of projects, engaging one another in classroom activities, and encouraging student cooperation and critical thinking, her students have said, "She makes us think," perhaps whether they want to or not. Please stand and be recognized, Loretta Haas of Napoleon Public Schools.
As we had this great presentation from Luke, who was just on stage and said we should make space for recognition, so I'm glad, Levi, that we're just jumped into following Luke's advice right away. Yep. Making space for recognition. But we've got 4 incredible finalists, and I want to share our gratitude to all the finalists and all the people that have supported them in their efforts in the classroom at the district and school board level. And we know that each of these individuals is having an incredible impact on youth in North Dakota. As you heard from the finalists, always tough making decisions on how to do this, but we had to do that. It's part of the tough job we do. I got to pick one winner out of this great group. And so for our 2019 Classroom Leadership Award winner, coming from her team from Devils Lake Schools, Marie Snyder. Congratulations.
Come on up, Marie. She's joined by her team of John McLaurin and Kristine Bommersbach.
Wow. What an honor. Thank you, Governor Burgum and Levi, and all involved in the selection process of this special award. I appreciate your focus on innovative education in North Dakota. I am only one small piece of the Sully's Hill puzzle. So I accept this on behalf of all the teachers and administrators that made the puzzle complete. And lucky me, I have been surrounded by great people. Thank you to these special people that are the rest of the puzzle. If you hear your name, please stand and be recognized. Marcia Sampson and Kristine Bommersbach, science specialist, and I know Kristi's here. My team teacher, John McLaurin. Colleen Grau. We partner with Fish and Wildlife, and she's our Fish and Wildlife educational partner. Brad Larson and Anna Shorey are paraprofessionals. And thank you to so many administrators that have supported this program. Please stand if you hear your name. Josh Johnson, I know he's here, he's at the back of the room. He said he's tall and he needs to be at the back of the room. He's now the superintendent in Valley City. Steve Swantek, he's now the superintendent in Larimore. Dr. Jared Schlinker, and I know he's here also. He's the assistant professor at the University of North Dakota. Dan Kafer, he's the principal at Central Middle School in Devils Lake. And Scott Pravatsky, superintendent of Devils Lake Public Schools. And of course, my husband, Dale Snyder. Thank you all so much. As you can tell, the puzzle has a lot of pieces. Thank you all so much for being in my life. You all have a special place in my heart. Bison, not buffalo, elk, prairie dogs, fish, birds, forests, lakes, prairies, weather extremes, native grasses and flowers, burrows, nests, landforms, rocks, and the list goes on and on. North Dakota has so much to offer if you step outside and take the time to notice. We are thankful to have a beautiful setting, Sully's Hill, in which to immerse the students in a sense of wonder. However, any outdoor setting works, a playground, a pond, a park. I challenge you to take your students outside. Teach them to be still. Teach them to learn to love their surroundings. I challenge you to measure the area of your playground. Use a trundle wheel. Use a measuring tape. Pace the area. Estimate it. Maybe your lessons will create a biologist, an engineer, a meteorologist, a teacher, a counselor, a storyteller, an author, the governor of North Dakota. Rachel Carson, a proponent of nature and the outdoors, said, "A child's positive connection to nature depends on two things, special people and special places." I encourage you to be that special person and provide that special place, so easily provided in our great state of North Dakota. Have a great school year, and again, thank you.
Let's give it up for Marie.
Let's get you in the middle.
All right, let's give it up one more time for Marie.
Stick around 1 second. That's sign language for cut the music. But I want to say, when Marie's up here and talking about nature and wildlife, I want to give a shout out. We did have these fantastic nominations, but I think what Marie and the team and the people that she announced here is really ties in with what we're doing about getting connected with real world experiences. And I want to encourage everybody here in the state. We, as part of Team ND, we've got these great resources, historical society locations all around the state. We've got state parks all around the state. If you reach out to this historical society or the state parks right now, either of those two organizations or the North Dakota Fish and Game, I'll give you 3 of them right there. You reach out to any of those folks and say, we want to partner your school district, you're going to get a positive response. If you don't get a positive response, my email is doug@nd.gov, okay? And then we'll get you a positive response, because we've got some great places. Fort Stevenson teaming up with Garrison, with the city and with the school district, Maple Sugar Days, all the things that are going on there. These opportunities exist all over the state, not just when you're next to a beautiful federal wildlife game preserve. And of course, the other thing, it's always trivia time. In the Burgum household, before Sully's Hill was what it is, what was it and who made it? Anybody know?
I know.
Levi knows. Okay, Sully's Hills was by Theodore Roosevelt, President of the United States of America, initially created it as a national park. Executive order, it was a national park. It was one of the first 5 that were created. It later was, I would say, upgraded, because it became a game preserve, not downgraded, but upgraded. But anyway, but that was it. So that was before we had Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is the only national park out of 61 named after an individual. We had Sully's Hill, which was created by Theodore Roosevelt. So because he knew it was one of the great special places, and now we got special people with special places right here, but we have them all over the state. So anyway, let's give it up for Marie one more time. Thank you. Congratulations.